How to kill your laziness. Laziness is not just a habit, it is a silent dream killer. Every day you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and one day you realize you are still standing in the same place. Let me tell you something clearly. Laziness is comfortable, but it destroys your future. Success is not about talent. Success is about discipline. You don't need motivation every day. You need a strong reason, a purpose that pushes you even when you don't feel like doing anything. Ask yourself, why did you start? Was it to improve your life? To make your family proud? To become confident in English? Then why stop now? Laziness grows when you overthink, delay action, wait for the perfect moment. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. The only way to kill laziness is action. Start small. Very small. Read 1 page. Learn 5 new English words. Speak 1 sentence out loud. That's it. Because action creates momentum, and momentum destroys laziness. Also, understand this. Your mind will always choose comfort. It will say, rest a little more. But your future is built when you say, no, I will do it now. You must train your mind like a muscle. Wake up and do what is difficult. Speak even if you make mistakes. Practice even when you feel tired. Because every small effort is taking you closer to a better version of yourself. Remember, lazy people only talk about dreams. Disciplined people achieve them. So from today, make a decision. No more excuses, no more delays, no more waiting. Take control of your time, take control of your life, and most importantly, take action right now. Because your future is not waiting for you. Laziness is not something that appears suddenly in your life. It grows slowly, quietly, and almost invisibly. At first, it feels harmless. You tell yourself that taking a short break is fine, that delaying your work for a few minutes won't matter. But those few minutes turn into hours, and those hours turn into days. Without realizing it, you begin to lose control over your time and your goals. The most dangerous thing about laziness is that it feels comfortable. It gives you temporary satisfaction while slowly taking away your future. Instead of working on your dreams, you choose easy distractions. Instead of improving your skills, you choose comfort. And step by step, laziness starts creating a gap between where you are and where you want to be. Many people think laziness means doing nothing, but that is not always true. Sometimes you are busy all day, yet you avoid the things that actually matter. You scroll on your phone, watch videos, or find small tasks to escape from real work. This is how laziness hides itself. It keeps you occupied but not productive. Over time, this habit becomes stronger. You start believing that you are not capable, not ready, or not good enough. But the truth is, laziness is what is holding you back, not your ability. It quietly steals your confidence, your energy, and your chances of success. If you don't stop it early, laziness can take away opportunities you may never get again. It delays your progress and weakens your potential. That is why it is called a silent dream killer. It does not destroy your dreams in one moment, but it slowly pushes them further away until they feel impossible to achieve. Every time you say, I'll do it tomorrow, you are not just delaying a task. You are building a habit of postponing your own success. Tomorrow feels safe. It gives you an excuse to relax today without feeling guilty. But the truth is, tomorrow is one of the biggest illusions that keeps people stuck in the same place for years. When you delay action, your energy fades. The excitement you feel today will not be the same tomorrow. What seems easy now becomes harder later. Small tasks start to feel heavy, and simple goals begin to look impossible. This is how delay turns into stress, and stress turns into inaction. Successful people understand one simple rule: start now. They don't wait for the perfect time, the perfect mood, or the perfect plan. They take action even when they don't feel ready, because they know that action creates clarity, and clarity builds confidence. Think about your own life. How many times have you planned to start something important but kept pushing it forward? Maybe it was learning English, improving a skill, or working on a goal. Each delay may seem small, but together they create distance between you and your future. The present moment is the only time you truly have control over. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow is uncertain. But today, right now, is your chance to move forward. Even one small step can break the cycle of delay, so stop waiting for a better time. There is no perfect moment coming. The best moment is already here. When you take action today, you take power away from excuses and give strength to your goals. Many people believe that motivation is the key to success. They wait to feel inspired, energized, and ready before they begin. But the truth is, motivation is unreliable. Some days you feel excited and driven, but other days you feel tired, distracted, or completely unmotivated. If you depend only on motivation, your progress will always be inconsistent. Discipline, on the other hand, is what creates real change. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It is the ability to take action regardless of your mood. While motivation comes and goes, discipline stays. It builds a routine, a system that keeps you moving forward every single day. Think of discipline as a commitment to yourself. It is waking up and choosing your goals over your comfort. It is practicing even when it feels boring. It is continuing even when progress seems slow. These small, repeated actions may not feel powerful in the moment, but over time they create massive results. Successful people are not always motivated. They have days when they feel lazy, distracted, or discouraged. The difference is, they don't stop. They rely on discipline to carry them through those moments. They understand that consistency matters more than intensity. When you develop discipline, you take control of your life. You no longer depend on feelings to decide your actions. Instead, your actions are guided. Starting something new often feels overwhelming because we think we have to do everything at once. We imagine big goals, huge progress, and perfect results from the very beginning. But this way of thinking creates pressure, and that pressure leads to delay. Instead of starting, you keep waiting until you feel fully ready, and that moment rarely comes. The truth is, you don't need to start big. You just need to start small. Very small. Small actions may seem insignificant, but they are powerful. When you take a small step, you break the barrier of inaction. You prove to yourself that you can begin. And that is the most important part. For example, if you want to improve your English, you don't need to study for hours on the first day. You can start by learning just 5 new words. You can read 1 short paragraph or speak a few simple sentences. These small efforts may not feel impressive, but they create movement. And once you start moving, it becomes easier to continue. Small actions also help you build consistency. When a task feels easy, you are more likely to repeat it every day. Over time, these small efforts grow into strong habits. Those habits shape your routine, and your routine shapes your results. Another important thing is that small steps reduce fear. Big goals can feel scary, but small steps feel manageable. They allow you to focus on progress instead of perfection. You don't need to worry about doing everything right, you just need to keep going. In the end, success is not built in one big moment. It is built through small actions repeated again and again. So instead of waiting to do something big, start with something small, and start now. Your mind is one of the most powerful tools you have, but it can also become your biggest obstacle if you don't learn how to control it. By default, the mind always looks for comfort. It pushes you toward easy choices, quick pleasure, and anything that avoids effort. It tells you to rest a little longer, to delay your work, and to choose what feels good now instead of what is good for your future. If you keep listening to that voice, it slowly takes control of your actions. You begin to follow your moods instead of your goals. On days when you feel lazy, you do nothing. On days when you feel motivated, you work a little. This inconsistency stops your growth and keeps you stuck in the same place. Learning to control your mind means learning to go against that comfort. It means making decisions based on what is right, not what is easy. When your mind says, do it later, you train yourself to respond, no, I will do it now. This simple shift gives you power over your habits. Control also comes from awareness. You need to notice when your mind is trying to distract you. Whether it's scrolling on your phone, watching unnecessary videos, or avoiding important tasks, these are signs that your mind is choosing comfort again. The moment you recognize it, you can choose differently. Over time, this practice strengthens your mental discipline. Just like a muscle, the more you train your mind, the stronger it becomes. You become more focused, more consistent, and more in control of your actions. When you control your mind, you control your decisions. And when you control your decisions, you control your life. Many people spend a lot of time thinking, planning, and waiting for the right moment, but very little time actually doing the work. They search for perfect strategies, watch motivational videos, and make big plans for the future. Yet, despite all this preparation, nothing really changes. The reason is simple. Without action, nothing moves forward. Action is the only real solution to laziness. It doesn't matter how you feel, how perfect your plan is, or how much time you have wasted in the past. The moment you take action, you break the cycle of delay. Even the smallest step can create a shift in your mindset. It turns your thoughts into reality and your intentions into progress. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting until they feel ready. But readiness does not come before action. It comes after. When you start doing something, you begin to learn, adjust, and improve. That's how confidence is built. Not by thinking, but by doing. Action also creates momentum. When you complete one small task, you feel a sense of progress. That feeling pushes you to do more. Step by step, your energy increases, your focus improves, and your laziness starts to disappear. What once felt difficult begins to feel natural. It's important to understand that action doesn't have to be perfect. You will make mistakes, and that's completely normal. Mistakes are part of growth. What matters is that you keep moving forward instead of staying stuck. At the end of the day, your dreams will not work unless you do. Thinking about success will not bring results. Only action can do that. So stop waiting, stop overthinking, and start doing, because action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Many people spend too much time thinking and planning, but very little time taking action. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect mood, or the perfect plan. But the truth is, perfection is just an excuse that keeps you stuck. Nothing will change in your life until you start doing something. Action is the only real way to break laziness. The moment you take even a small step, you begin to move forward. You don't need to feel ready, you just need to begin, because when you act, you learn, and when you learn, you improve. Action also builds momentum. One small task leads to another, and slowly your confidence grows. You start to feel more in control and less lazy. Remember, your ideas and plans mean nothing without action. So stop waiting and start now, because action is what turns your goals into reality.